Hey guys, and good evening, and welcome to the Invictus Racing League. This is the F3 lobby, and it is the penultimate round of the championship. It is the one and only Hoppers this evening, and unfortunately, I'm on my own. But hey ho, never mind. Wojciech is called to go and commentate on the F4 lobby this evening due to both sets of commentators are not available for the F4 this evening, so please do be kind to me. So I am on my own without my trusty Czech Republican sidekick Wojciech. So yes, I'm looking forward to seeing what holds out here for the Spanish Grand Prix here at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. It should be very much action-packed. We did already have the champion crowned last time out at Shanghai, and that was none other than Livermore taking the trophy to home to Sweden. So yes, good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, depending on where you are watching the stream. And if you don't mind, guys, giving us a massive 10 likes this evening. I'm asking for 10 likes. It is, as I say, the penultimate round of the Invictus F3 League at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya for this evening, and it should be enthralling and probably action-packed and probably quite interesting because we do have the constructors up for grabs this evening. And yes, we do have some interesting facts. It is 33 laps in total this evening, and we do have, of course, as per usual, the 18-minute qualifying session before we get underway this evening, and it should be kind of interesting, or probably amazing, to see what happens within just bear with 1 second. So we do have some interesting facts, well, some stats, should I say, this evening, which I'll go through in a moment. So we do have my trusty sidekick Wojciech doing the F4 commentary this evening, so I'm on my own, as I say, but never mind. We do have some stats here. So as I say, it's 33 laps round here at Catalunya. Probability of a safety car may be interesting and probably close. I'm not too sure whether we've had a safety car yet as of times when I've done commentary, but we did have a couple of virtual safety cars in the past. Soft tyres can do up to 9 laps, so you know, 9 laps on a soft compound is the limit. Any more, then they will start obviously blistering and probably get worn and probability into a puncture. Then the mediums can go on to at least 16 laps, so they can push to lap 16 if they go on the mediums. And then we do have, of course, hards can go up to 22 laps, which is kind of, you know, near enough towards the end of the race, but you know, it's down to obviously the skill and obviously strategy for the teams this evening. And if we were on a wet circuit, intermediates would last obviously 16, and then a full wet would last around 22 laps. It kind of looks like it's going to go medium hard fastest, and then soft hard might just work from what we've the stats we've got here. And obviously careful with the management, no qualifying. Obviously it's unlikely anyone would do it, but any early late safety car would probably force 2 stops for these guys. It can kind of push on quite a bit for obviously looking likely there's certain people within the field. You know, you've got the likes of obviously Livermore took the title home to Sweden last week. He's now just going for basically probably more wins and probably wants to get a clear gap to win the constructors for McLaren. He is only the sole McLaren in the race as well, which, you know, is kind of a challenge for him. And also we do have the AlphaTauris of Delanga and of course Breshka, I believe, if I remember rightly. It should be very close this evening, so we are looking forward to top-notch racing here at round number 11 of the Invictus Racing League F3 lobby. It has been an absolute pleasure to be part of this. I've not been part of it since day one of the championship, but you know, it will be close as you like. We're just going to see exactly who's around in the Grand Prix this evening. We do have Party Trev, who is the host in the Racing Point. We do have Cody Lewis making his second appearance in the Red Bull, teamed up with DXT Matty in the other Red Bull. Then you have Delanga, as I say, in the AlphaTauri. Then you have the Nitro Gash, and of course Malcolm Argyle, both in Ferraris. Ferraris have had a bit of an up and down season this time round, but we do have Reshka, the AlphaTauri, and obviously Ginger Tiger in the other Racing Point. The Racing Points have been solely racing on point this season, if you pardon the pun. Then you have Posty, that has finished on the podium, and obviously Livermore's closest nemesis. Obviously, I believe Delanga and Posty are battling for second and third in the championship. I will double check the championship tables if I can. Just give me a second. We do have obviously some interesting moments. So yeah, the Spanish Grand Prix is quite a favourite among Grand Prix for me. So it would be kind of close to see. We do have, I believe we do have the points from last week, if I remember rightly. If we don't, it doesn't matter. I'll try and find out if I can. But let's have a look. So we do have some quite interesting battles further down the field. There isn't many people this evening like there was at Shanghai. We do have Ivan Belov, who has come back to after having an injury that he couldn't race last week. So he's back again in the Williams. JSP in the Renault, obviously on top form within the Renault. He had a bit of a battle with, I believe it was obviously Posty at Paul Ricard, where it looked like there was a bit of contact, but from seeing it after the race, it kind of looked like it was just closing the gap, and obviously Posty got the bit of a brunt, but you know, he's doing well in the Alfa Romeo. He's Posty and obviously JSP in the Renault. So yes, we do have some close proximity racing in this league. It has been quite amazing. We do have some stuff to do, so we do have so yeah, it should be it should be a good evening of racing. So we do have interesting. I'm going to be very interested to see exactly what happens with the weather this evening. Obviously the weather looks like at the moment, from what I see, it looks like it will be probably dry at the moment, but I will see in a moment or two what will happen. so we should be, as I say, we'll be good to go once everyone is ready. So we do have interesting battles. We do. So yes, if you can hear me, guys, please let me know. If you can't, then let me know as well. But good to have you here, guys. We should, hopefully, touch wood, not get any safety cars, but you know, anything can happen. Obviously, in Formula 1, as proven in real life at the weekend. So. So we shall see. I couldn't get my words out then. But yes, we do have the two AlphaTauris between Reshka and, of course, we do have some interesting. Yeah, very entertaining battles as we've had. As we're just waiting for Steel BL to jump into the lobby. It turns out he had his notifications turned off. It's a rookie error, that. But yeah, he's in now. We do have Posty. I believe Postmod do sell is going to be joining very shortly, so it's going to be very close for the constructors between AlphaTauri and, of course, McLaren. There is only one McLaren with Livermore taking part, so we are going to be waiting for a moment or two. So we will have some close battles for not only in second and third in the championship, but also first and second in the constructors. I believe the way it's going at the moment, though, from the constructors, if we just nip on to the let's have a look. Invictus Racing League. Let's have a look how the so I believe the F4 will be having champion will be decided. To have a look at the stats, though, from what I'm going to be seeing at the moment, it looks like we do have I believe the one in AlphaTauri were leading the vote, I think, or McLaren were, I'm not too sure, but it will be very close to see exactly what will happen within the constructors battle, should I say. But we'll get underway very shortly for the penultimate round of the Spanish Grand Prix, and it will be an 18-minute qualifying. So guys, yes, if you can hear me, please let me know in the comments, or if there's anything you want to know, or if you even want to join the Invictus Racing League, do check out their various platforms for the obviously F1 and, you know, and whatever else championships they do. It'd be amazing to see exactly what will happen for I'm just going to check something here just for a moment or two, so I will be back in 1 second, guys, so just give me a sec. Yeah, I do apologise about that, guys. Just checking out the stream. go. Yep, so I'm just checking out my stream to make sure it's all good to go. So yes guys, if you like what you see here guys, do give it a massive thumbs up and please do enjoy the racing. It should be very close and exciting with proximity around here at the Spanish Grand Prix. As I say, the tyres will be very interesting strategy, and it will be probably close as you like for some of the guys here. We do have obviously Pasmal do sell now finally entering the lobby, so we do have 25 seconds to go until we get qualifying underway, and we will have a great race and a great evening. So sit back, enjoy, and please do like the stream, and if there is a safety car then we'll give you some very much interesting races, well, very much interesting facts. And remember, obviously Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg taking each other out back in 2017 I believe it was. So we do have a lot to play for, as well as the DRS zones, where we do have obviously the ERS, which most of the drivers do tend to use quite a bit. So we'll get ready for 18 minutes of qualifying here at the Spanish Grand Prix at Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya, as we get underway for the penultimate round of the championship. It will be close as you like for the constructors. We don't have to worry about the champion, that is already been decided, but I believe second and third will be the ones to watch this evening. So we're just waiting for everyone to ready up and get their strategies ready for qualifying, and also maybe the race itself. So we'll have a look in a moment or two. So just waiting for the... oh, it's a wet qualifying. Ooh, this is going to be very interesting to see. We do have exactly what will happen. So it looks like it is going to be so I believe it is wet so far for qualifying, so most of the guys will be on intermediate. So this is the first time at the moment we've seen a wet qualifying. So Cody Lewis in the Red Bull on his outlap at the moment. I believe he will be the first one to brave the conditions going into turn number 1. So it will be probably the battle of the bravest for obviously getting close as you like. I believe Livermore in the McLaren has jumped out of pit lane as well. So him and of course Cody will be the first two to brave out the conditions here this evening. So we do have 16.5 minutes to go. So we do have a few people now going out on track. Party Trev jumps out onto track as well. So yes, it will be very interesting and probably close as you like for qualifying. Most drivers now are going to probably jump out pit lane and see how well the conditions go. We're just watching Party Trev out on his outlap at the moment. Going to see what he will do in the racing point, the 88 racing point. So we do have Livermore, that's also out on track. Ginger Tiger is also out, and I believe that is, according to the graphic, we do have Ivan Belov in the Williams out on track. Most drivers now are coming out on track, so it will be close as you like to see how well the conditions fare for these guys. It is currently obviously going to be interesting with it being wet. as Livermore gets it long out of the last corner there, which pushes the yellow flag out. It's very easy to get crossed up on the curbs as well when it's in the wet conditions. So most of these guys now will be on their flying laps. So we do have quite a few. I believe JSP in the Renault is also out on circuit, out on his sighting lap, just to get a feel for the conditions. It's obviously the conditions aren't as ideal as they were last time out in Shanghai for the Chinese Grand Prix, so it is looking likely at the minute. We'll see what goes on for these guys. You do have Nitro Gash, DXT Matty, and of course JSP out on qualifying at the moment. We do have Cody Lewis fortunately has crashed out of the session in the Red Bull. We just caught the end of that. That's obviously pushing too hard into obviously the last corner and getting it all wrong. That's unfortunate for him. Making his second appearance in the Red Bull, so he will be starting from the back of the field as Livermore does a 1:27.8. That is the benchmark for the times at the moment. You can see the rain. Party Trev now goes provisional pole position with a 1:27.5. So despite the conditions being damp with 13 and 25 seconds to go till qualifying ends, it means that times could be easily pushed on quite a bit. See what Ginger Tiger does in the other racing point. Just about to cross the line. He goes fastest with 1:27.4. So the racing points are on point, if you pardon the pun, at the moment. Obviously Cody Lewis having that big mistake. Ivan Belov with a 1:27.2. So the Williams now split the two racing points up before Matty does a 1:26.555. So the Red Bulls here at the moment are probably on due course. Obviously, you know, Matty's probably going to be flying the flag for the Red Bull during qualifying now that Cody Lewis has sadly crashed out of the session, which was kind of unfortunate for him. So we do have a few guys out on pit out of the garage at the moment. We're waiting for some of the other guys to come through. JSP at the moment fifth fastest with 1:27.480. So the Renault driver here fifth fastest at the moment. We have Nitro Gash Delanga up into third now with a 1:27.1. So the AlphaTauri there trying to take out the constructors. We've got Passmore Dussel just on his outlap. So that will be interesting to see what he will do. We do have Nitro Gash in that Ferrari still pushing on, trying to get his first points of the season. Ferraris have struggled this season, and it looks like Posty's still in pit lane at the moment. So the conditions are not ideal at the moment for these guys. So we'll see exactly what is ongoing. JSP actually now goes second fastest. He is on a 1:26.8. So he's propelled himself up into second place so far with just under 11 minutes to go. Malc with a 1:27.6 in 8th in that Ferrari at the moment. Probably going to push on as well. There's probably a few drivers that are going to probably take these conditions very steadily. So we do have Nitro Gash in 10th with a 128.062. I believe Reshka's now pushed himself up into 2nd, which has dropped JSP down into 4th. Reshka with 126.596. So that is close. The two AlphaTauris wanting to clinch the Constructors' Championship this evening, so it will be close as you like. We've got Delanga here having a bit of a nice steady run at the moment. He's obviously, as I say, trying to still get 2nd place in the championship. So it will be very interesting to see what will happen with him. We do have Ivan Belov in 5th place, still in the Williams, the sole Williams. And I believe Posty is now out on his outlap. See what is happening with Posty's Alfa Romeo at the moment. I believe he's the only Alfa Romeo this evening because Fronton unfortunately is working. So there is a few drivers missing, but Posty, I believe he's still trying to chase down 2nd place in the championship now that the title has already been decided. Reshka goes provisional pole position with under 9 minutes to go with a 126.345. So the AlphaTauri there splits the Red Bull. Party Trev up into 3rd with a 126.7. So looks like the Racing Point is going to be on course for maybe a strong result. We've got 8.5 minutes to go. The conditions aren't improving, so it kind of looks like we're going to have some interesting conditions come the race as well. So we're on board with Posty going through the back end of the section. Now, this chicane was put in, I believe, in 2008 just to slow the cars down. So it is looking likely that Posty will come across the line any moment and do a 127.8. So that's put him 10th at the moment. Steel BL in 13th at the moment. So it is looking likely that certain drivers may be going to try again for some time. We do have Delanga up into 2nd, so it's Racing Point 1-2 at the moment with a 126.364. So it's looking likely the AlphaTauris are doing so well here at the moment. Obviously, Livermore, after winning the championship, down in 10th at the moment, but he did start in 10th during one of the races. It will be very close to see. So, just under 7 minutes to go. Qualifying is close as you like. We do have the XT Matty still in 3rd at the moment in the Red Bull. So the AlphaTauri is followed by Red Bull, followed by Racing Point, followed by Renault, followed by Williams, followed by Racing Point, and then the 2 Ferraris, and obviously McLaren, Alfa Romeo, and then the 2 Mercedes. And then obviously Cody Lewis sadly crashing out of qualifying, which has had probably got it loose at the end of the final turn. So let's see what Delanga can do. Will he put his AlphaTauri onto pole position? No, he's abandoned his lap. So Reshka comes through the final turn, abandoning his lap as well. So there's quite a few guys that are actually out on track at the moment. JSP going through this sector 1 in the Renault. Let's see what he can do. Livermore up into 5th with a 126.8. So the McLaren has pushed on and pushed himself further up the grid now. So JSP in the Renault. I believe Cairns is missing this evening, so JSP being the sole Renault driver. So yes guys, if you like what you see here guys, please do like and subscribe. DXT Matty goes fastest with a 126.234, so Red Bulls, or the Red Bull should I say, of Matty already up into first place with 5 minutes and 8 seconds. So it is going to be close. We do have JSP just about to cross the line now. Oh, he goes second with a 126.282. So the Renault of JSP goes second. As I say, if you like what you see here guys, please like and subscribe to the Invictus Racing League. And if you want to also race and take part, or even become a commentator, do check out their relevant social media platforms. And you know, who knows, we may see you on the grid or in the commentary box next season. So we do have Livenwall out in, I believe he's out on track. Yes he is. Still 5th fastest at the moment. He's obviously trying to push that past JCol up into first place with a 126.037. So the Mercedes obviously having a bit of an advantage in the wet weather at the moment. Looks to me, from what I've seen, according to the graphic, it looked like Nitro Dash was going to go on soft spot. DXT Matty now with a 125.7. 125.7, yes, it will be close as you like. So we do have 3.5 minutes to go. So we do have so it'll be very close indeed, with 3 minutes to go in qualifying. Will be JSP in 3rd at the moment, so it is looking likely we do have a lot of interest within qualifying, so we will have a lot of things. I do apologise, my other half is swearing at the moment. So it does mean there is a lot of things going on, but yes. What? No, you haven't. It's because I'll tell you in a minute, John. Yeah, because you haven't been locked out, you just haven't put password in. So we do have a minute and 49 seconds. Livenwall 6th fastest at the moment in qualifying at the moment. It will be close as you like. He abandoned his lap though, so we do have a minute and a half to go. So we'll see what happens between now and then. We're just going to see exactly what is going on. Some of the guys are trying to, as JCol goes fastest with a 125.716, 125.718, sorry, as we do have a bit of time left. So we do have a minute remaining. So we do have quite some interesting times. JCol at the moment though, obviously getting that Mercedes reeled back in. The Frenchman having a bit of, oh, Matty's retired from the session. Has he had an issue, or has he had a crash? So as I say, it will be very close as you like. DXT Matty that may jeopardise his position on the grid. Looks like Passmore Ducel's gone off at part of the turn there, which will hamper his lap time. So we do have a couple of guys with 6 seconds to go to cross the line. I believe some living balls actually retired from the session. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. What is Ginger Tiger going to do? He goes a 126.6. So that's put him 7th. Now there is a few guys that have retired from the session. That's a bit unfortunate for certain people. You got Freska still in 5th, followed by JSP at the moment. He's going to probably abandon his lap this time round. You do have Delanga in the AlphaTauri still out on a flying lap. Passmore Ducel now going is in pit lane. Yeah, you got Malcolm Argyle so far 13th fastest, Steel BL 12th, Nitro Gash currently 11th, Ivan Belov in 10th place at the moment, but is he going to push it on to see exactly what will happen? I do apologise, I did turn off the telemetry for an accidental mistake, but Ivan Belov is in 10th. Party Trev now going to abandon his run. Ginger Tiger, so the 2 racing points are 8th and 9th at the moment. So that will be close as you like. At the moment, what is he? Oh, he's already finished, I do apologise. Then you have Livenwall 7th, JSP 6th, Posty 5th, then you have Reska 4th, Delanga in 3rd, followed by Matty and Passmore Ducel. So qualifying has now ended for this evening. It looks like we do have kind of close action. We do have a lot of things. So qualifying with Passmore Ducel taking pole position, followed by DXT Matty, followed by Delanga, followed by Reska, and of course Posty, and of course JSP, followed by Liverpool, Ginger Tiger, Party Trev, Ivan Belov, Nitro Gash, Steel BL, and of course Malc Argyle, and of course Cody Lewis sadly crashed out during qualifying, which was a bit unfortunate for the Red Bulls, and it was going to be very close indeed. But we will see what happens come the race. I believe the forecast for the race will be very interesting to see what happens within the racing. So we do have some close action-packed racing. It is going to be a wet Spanish Grand Prix. So this could mean safety cars, it could mean a lot of close, interesting things as you like. We do have a lot of kind of interesting manoeuvres. We do have obviously Mercedes versus Red Bull on the front row. The conditions are absolutely now atrocious for the Spanish Grand Prix. It will be as close as you like for these guys. We do have a lot of kind of close battles as you like. It will be up and running very shortly for the 33 lap race. It will be 33 laps. It looks like we'll be getting underway. The conditions are as ideal as we've seen so far for time on so the conditions look atrocious. So what's going to happen here at the Spanish Grand Prix? I hope we are ready. I'm just waiting for everyone to get underway. It will be close as you like for some of these drivers. It will be probably the most daunting 33 laps of their careers as of this evening for the amazing and quite spectacular F3 series. It has been, probably since I joined the commentary team, it has been spectacular, and it has been kind of close as you like for most of the time. So we are ready in around 23 seconds to get going for the Spanish Grand Prix. It is, as I say, it is going to be very horrible conditions. We do have Cody Lewis at the back of the grid in the Red Bull, so the Red Bull of Cody Lewis sadly will be starting at the back of the field. So yes, we do have some very close and interesting battles. We are about to get the green flag lap underway, so conditions at the moment aren't as ideal. We do have trying to think what we do here. So we do have lots of close as you like. So everyone on the wet tyre at the moment, it is predicting it will be maybe a wet race for this evening, and it probably will be close as you like. So it looks like they may go towards 21 or 22 laps as the stats had said. So it is going to be close as you like. So we've got Pascal Dussel from DXT Matty, followed by Delanga, followed by Reshka, followed by Posty, followed by JSP, and followed by Living Wall, and then you got Ginger Tiger, Party Trev, then Ivan Belov, then of course Nitro Dash, Steel BL. Oh, JSP was disqualified from the warm-up lap. I believe they had a bit of contact, so that's because of getting warmth into their tyres. So they will still start in their positions, but they will be not able to complete their formation lap. We do have Marco 13th, and then Cody Lewis at the moment taking it steady in these conditions in the Red Bull. So we are going to be close as you like. We do have the tyres there ongoing. We do have a lot of interest. We'll try and figure out what's the best option very shortly, but we do have a quite substantial amount of surface water on the track. The track is going to be absolutely saturated in water, and a probability of safety cars as we get ready for the Spanish Grand Prix, as the 5 red lights are about to go out any moment now. The revs are building and everyone gets underway. Who is going to get a lead into turn number 1? It is looking likely at the moment. DXT Matty takes the lead from Pascal Dussel, followed by Delanga, of course, into turn number 1. It looks like at the moment, though, looking further back, we do have Posty and Ginger Tiger. Oh, JSP spins. JSP spins at turn number 1 there. So Ginger Tiger up into 6th place already, with, I believe, Ivan Belov trying to make a move on the inside of the 4th turn there. It looks like that JSP has got going, but it looks like 2 racing points. Or there's been contact. Has there been contact between the 2 racing points? Yes, there has. Ginger Tiger and Party Trev have had a bit of a coming together. So it is kind of now action-packed already. Liverpool dropped down into 10th place in that McLaren. Malcolm Argyle 11th, Cody Lewis in 12th, followed by Steel BL and JSP rounding up the field. At the moment we do have a bit of a battle between Cody Lewis and of course Malcolm Argyle and that Ferrari. The Ferrari fended off the Red Bull at the moment, but it looks like it is a Red Bull currently leading the race. We do have Livermore trying to get up to Party Trev at the moment, trying to chase down that racing point. He's got to be careful because if he closes down Party Trev, he'll have Malcolm Argyle in the back. Pascal Ducel has got up into... Has he got up into first place? Yes, he has. I do apologise, we have missed a bit of battles, or is the time screen just playing tricks on me again? I believe the time screen is playing tricks because DXT Matty is shown in the lead on the map. But it is looking likely that we'll have the correct order very shortly. But Pascal Ducel at the moment under threat from De Lange in the AlphaTauri and Reschke. As it stands, I believe AlphaTauri will win the Constructors' Championship. So it will be close as you like. DXT Matty actually eking out that advantage in that Red Bull at the moment. It's looking likely Posty is under considerable amount of threat from Ivan Belov in the Williams at the moment. It looks like the Alfa Romeo is kind of under threat. We do have Nitro Gash in 7th, followed by Ginger Tiger and Party Trev and Livermore and Cody Lewis and of course Malcolm Argyle having a bit of a battle. Steel BL in 13th and then JSP 14th. So just looking at Ginger Tiger here, DXT Matty still eking out that advantage in the Aston Martin, Red Bull Aston Martin should I say. We do have quite some entertaining battles. We're going to see what's going on further behind, further up front. At the moment it looks like Posty now has got Reschke in his sights. It's going to look like he's going to try and make a move. There's lots of spray kicking up. It looks it's going to be very close as you like. But Posty in that Alfa Romeo obviously wants to try and get second place in the championship, as we do have Reschke's teammate De Lange into place at the moment. It looks like there's a gaggle of cars trying to push on. Livermore in that McLaren still trying to get up to Party Trev in that racing point. We'll go with Livermore for a moment or two. As you can see the rain actually bouncing off them curbs. Them curbs must be lethal. But looking at Livermore, he's got Cody Lewis in that Red Bull tucking in behind him. It already looks like we do have lap 3 out of 33, so we are well underway in this Grand Prix now. It looks like that we are going to get very close, exciting. DXT Massey still setting the fastest lap. He obviously loves these wet conditions at the moment. It looks like Cody Lewis trying to make a move on Livermore, going up with that chicane there, but he is going to have to be careful. Obviously there'll be no DRS because it is raining, so it will be close as you like between them. So there will be using the ERS instead of the DRS. So it looks like at the moment we have Ginger Tiger and obviously Trev. I believe they had a bit of a coming together on the opening lap, but it's going to be close as you like. Obviously Livermore doesn't have to worry about his positions now for trying to win the championship, but it will be close. Let's see what's happening further ahead. Do we have obviously Posty trying to make that move, or still trying to catch up to Reschke in 4th place at the moment. It looks like the Alfa Romeo is going to be pushing on quite a bit. That spray must be so frustrating. You can see the weather actually teaming it down with rain. and it looks like we do have some close battles. We do have, obviously, going into on lap 4 to now go on to lap number 5. We'll see what is exactly happening. We do have obviously Pasmar do sell into second place. Yeah, he's trying to chase down Matty at the moment. It looks like he's going to be trying to push on. We do have, just looking at the intervals at the moment, we do have Pasmar do sell 3.8 seconds from Matty at the moment, where Delanga is trying to still push on. It looks like, though, we do have Posty's still trying to get up to the back of Reshka, but it is going to be close as you like. Ivan Belov is 1.2 seconds from Posty at the moment, so Posty trying to get up to Reshka in that AlphaTauri. It looks like it could be close as you like. What's happening further back? Do we have a gaggle of cars? Yes, we do. We have Party Trev and, of course, Cody Lewis and Livermore down in 11th. Obviously, trying to push on. Steel BL with a 3-second penalty for track limits, I believe that is, or a bit of contact. I'm not too sure. Cody Lewis in behind Potty Trev at the moment, trying to make amends from qualifying when he set no time. So it looks like he will be pushing on in that Red Bull. The Red Bull of DXT Matty, though, leading the way yet again. So he is eking out that advantage. So good so far. It looks like Livermore in that McLaren is also trying to hunt down the Red Bull of Cody Lewis. Got to be careful because Malcolm Argyle is also behind him in the Ferrari. But we shall see what exactly happens. We are on lap 6 out of 33, so there is quite a couple of long laps to go still as Cody Lewis tries to make a move on. Party Trev will go on board with, obviously, Cody Lewis. Just for the time being, you can actually see the rain actually bouncing. It's not ideal conditions, but you know, the racing hard at the moment. Obviously, it looks like that Trev's trying to push quite some time to literally get close as you like. Trev's obviously trying to hold off Cody Lewis, but it looks like Cody Lewis gives him a bit of a shove there, but kind of looks like that Trev will try and push away. We do have an interesting battle, probably for third place if we do. We'll have a look at what's going on at the moment. It looks like the two AlphaTauris, though, are trying to escape the Alfa Romeo of Posty at the moment. It looks like Posty will have trying to eke out the advantage. We do have Pasmar do sell, though, slowly but surely. He's got the fastest lap of the race so far with 131.5. So obviously conditions aren't as ideal for as the light in qualifying. Qualifying was just a light drizzle, but at the moment it is looking likely that it will be close as you like. Going back to the battle between Party Trev and Cody Lewis. Cody Lewis actually goes on the outside of Party Trev into turn number 1, which we've just seen from the aerial view there. It's looking likely that Livermore is also going to be coming up closer and personal behind him. Party Trev's got to be very careful because Livermore is going to launch. Yes, he has. But it looks like at the moment, though, Party Trev may have the inside. It looks like Steel BL has got close to Malcolm Argyle in that Mercedes. So Livermore up into 10th place. Malcolm Argyle trying to hold off Steel BL, and JSP at the moment is trying to get past Steel BL as well for 13th place. So there's going to be close as you like. It looks like at the moment, though, Ginger Tiger is slowly catching up to as JSP makes the move. But Steel BL goes past him and JSP locked up. going into that turn there. It looks like, as we see on the mini-map though, that Ginger Tiger is slowly but surely catching up to Nitro Gash. We'll try and catch up to that battle very shortly if we can. But we do have Steel BL as well as Malc and of course Party Trev trying to push away. At the moment it looks like, at the moment though, we do have Cody Lewis being lined up by Livermore going into turn number 1. Looks like Livermore tries to want the constructor's point, but at the moment it is going to be very hard because he is in 10th place, whereas the other two, the Alpha Tauris of Delanga and of course Reshka, are 3rd and 4th at the moment. But it's looking likely that we will have a massive train. We do have a train of cars between us though, is Party Trev and of course Malc and of course Steel BL and of course JSP. At the moment trying to push on quite interestingly for 11th place at the moment. It is close as you like. I believe Posty now has caught up to the back of Reshka. Yes, he has, looking at the graphic, the mini-map, and of course well, the full track map. It looks like Posty ran a bit wide there, so he's lost a bit of ground from Reshka at the moment. But we do have quite some spectacular racing after a nice easy couple of laps. We do have Posty still trying to push on quite a bit. We do have Cody Lewis. I believe he's under threat from Livermore. Yes, he is, but we do have obviously a couple of interesting moments to go within the Spanish Grand Prix this evening. We're on lap 9 out of 33 already. It is going to be close as you like. So we do have Party Trev trying to hold off Malc at the moment, but we'll go back to Livermore and of course Cody Lewis at the moment, seeing what they will do. It's very close to see what will happen, but we do have kind of a bit of a battle galore. At the moment no one can stop Matty at the moment, but looking likely we do have Livermore trying to catch up to Cody Lewis in that other Red Bull. It kind of makes it close as you like and very interesting going into obviously lap 10 out of 33. So the Swedish driver trying to obviously make amends for probably a bit of a poor start, but these conditions aren't as ideal as he was hoping for. But it is looking likely though, going back at the moment, looking at what we see within Cody Lewis and of course Livermore at the moment. It is looking likely that we do have some close action pack racing. So we'll go through the field with Party Trev now looking back towards Malc in that Ferrari. Maybe struggling, I'm not too sure, but he's obviously trying his best at the moment, trying to push on. He does have Steel BL and of course JSP behind him. At the moment his teammate Nitro Gash though has improved that advantage from slightly from Ginger Tiger at the moment, and obviously Malc trying to catch up to Party Trev at the moment. It looks like at the moment though we do have Ivan Belov and of course Posty and of course Malcolm Argyle's got a 3-second time penalty. That's for exceeding track limits I believe, so he's not going to enjoy that. And we do have Posty trying to catch up to the Alpha Tauris, but it is looking likely the gaps are considerably coming down. But looking back at the battles we see here, Cody Lewis and Livermore still trying to eke out that advantage with each other. So it looks like at the moment though we're going to have a bit of a battle raging on. We do have Party Trev trying to get chased down by Malc and Argyle. So Malc is, even though he's got a 3-second penalty, JSP though, on the other hand, has jumped into pit lane. So he's probably worn out his wet tyres already. So it is looking likely that he will be going on to a fresh set of wets. Steel BL, sadly, with another 3-second penalty. So I'll put him down to 6 seconds. So it will be close from what I see. But we do have not really many battles, but from what I'm seeing, Reshka is trying to catch up to Delanga, and Delanga is also trying to escape. Well, he is escaping, but he's trying to catch up to Pascal Ducel, who has second place at the moment. So yes, it looks like DXT Matty at the moment though, leading the way for Red Bull, doing a stellar job. Obviously he wants to try and make amends from, obviously he finished third last time out in Shanghai. So it looks like we do have obviously a Red Bull being chased down by the McLaren slowly but surely. It looks like that Livermore Malcolm Argyle though jumps up into 11th because Party Trev now is in pit lane. So pit stops are happening. I believe the tyres, because they are obviously whether they're worn or they're just having a bit of issues at the moment. It looks to me though that we are going to get within that range for pit stops to start, so it does look like that we do have Posty in 5th place at the moment, still trying to catch down Reshka because he wants to get to his closest championship nemesis, Delanga, for 2nd place in the championship, but it is looking likely at the moment we do have this Alfa Romeo and Alfa Tauri battle going on. So we do have quite some substantial amount of near enough battles. I believe Nitro Gash though trying to, well, he's escaped from Ginger Tiger is 1.8 seconds from the Ferrari. At the moment Cody Lewis though still under threat from Livermore in the McLaren, so kind of looks like the McLaren is going to be latching onto the back of Cody Lewis anytime soon. So it is looking likely that we do have some quite proximity racing. According to the map though, there's not really many battles, but looking at Malcolm Argyle and of course Steel BL, Pascal Ducel's teammate, looks like Malc and Steel are going to have a bit of a battle. It looks like Steel is getting closer as he likes, so it looks like the Ferrari may go down another position towards this moment or two. It is looking likely though from what I am seeing that it's going to be close as you like. But I believe Livermore is slowly but surely going to be catching that Red Bull of Cody Lewis anytime soon as well. So we do have battle for 9th and 10th as well as 10th, 11th and 12th. So what is going to happen? We're on lap 13 out of 33, so almost halfway through the stage. There is a yellow flag in sector 3, but it's just been withdrawn. It's now looking likely though, looking at the map and looking here with Livermore, we do have a battle on our hands for, I believe, yeah, it's a battle on our hands for 9th place still. Looks like Cody Lewis though is, after his qualifying bit of mistake as Ginger Tiger goes in the lane, so that will push them up to 8th and 9th. Malcolm Argyle in now 10th, with Steel BL trying to chase him down. So it is looking likely though, from what I am seeing at the moment, there's not really much battles going on. We do have Party Trev and of course JSP at the rear of the field. They're still going to push on quite a bit. There is that battle still between Steel BL and of course Malc for 10th and 11th. We're on lap 14 out of 33, so it's going to be close as you like for a bit of time, but maybe we will see exactly what goes on here. So we do have 19 laps to go in this Grand Prix here at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, so it will be very interesting. We do look like though Livenwall is now catching Cody Lewis in that Red Bull. It looks like at the moment that Cody wants to make amends from qualifying after spinning out and then crashing, which was a bit unfortunate. I believe he just caught the curb during qualifying, so yes, it is going to be close. We do have DXT Matty still leading the race at the moment. It will be close as you like for this Grand Prix, but I'll tell you this, there's no let up, and there isn't obviously with the weather, and it looks like we do have probably some spectacular battles. So we are looking at I believe Posty. Oh, it's caught up to Reshka. Slowly but surely Steel BL now jumps into pit lane, which allows Ginger Tiger up into 11th, so we'll be chasing down Malc very shortly in that Ferrari. We do have looking likely from what I'm seeing, we're on board with Posty going down back straight here. He's slowly but surely now catching up to Reshka, which is going to be close as you'd like for these guys. We do hope you are enjoying the stream, guys, so if you don't mind giving it a like and also giving it any comments. Who do you think is going to win the Grand Prix and who has stood out for you? DXT Matty jumps into pit lane, which now will allow Pasmar Ducel to take the lead of the race. So it will be close. I believe Matty will probably jump onto a fresher set of wet. We do have obviously a one pit stop strategy due to the wet conditions, but looking at the moment it looks like Posty will have third place from Reshka any time soon, but it is looking likely that looks like Matty has rejoined in 6th place at the moment, I believe. So he's got Ivan Belov behind him, well in front of him should I say, I do apologise. So it's looking likely JSP, that's in 12th at the moment, has brought the fastest lap down with a 131.071. So it is looking more likely we are, obviously conditions are slightly improving, but obviously the wet weather is going to probably favour some cars. It looks like at the moment though DXT Matty will try and have Ivan Belov. I believe Belov is going to go in pit lane this time. So it looks like Cody Lewis though, at the moment in 8th place, trying to use that ERS to try and catch up to Nitro Gash at the moment. It looks like it could be close as you'd like. We'll see exactly what else is happening, but I believe Posty and Reshka have oh no, I do apologise, that is Pasmar Ducel, Posty, DeLange and Ivan Belov, and of course now Cody Lewis jumping into pit lane. There's a few guys now in pit lane, so that's allowed DXT Matty back up into 2nd place. So this is where it's going to get very close and exciting. Nitro Gash and Malc are also in pit lane, so the Ferraris are probably going to double stack. So this could be very close as you like for pit stops. We do have Pasmar Ducel now in 3rd, JSP bringing that fastest lap down even more into the late 130s. So DeLange and Posty, Ivan Belov and Nitro Gash, and of course Tiger, Cody Lewis still out in 9th place. Still got Livermore behind him, and of course JSP, and then Party Trev and Steel BL and Malc at the rear of the field at the moment. It may bring that Reshka comes into pit lane this time round, or is he going to go for the longer stint and go up to 22 laps? Who knows? But it looks like to me there's a gaggle of cars between Livermore and of course JSP, as Reshka now actually jumps into pit lane, so that will gift Matty back the race lead. There's a yellow flag though in sector 2, but I believe it's now been cleared. So I believe that might have been Steel BL, because Malc got past him. Yes, he has. I didn't see exactly what happened, so I do apologise with that. But it's looking like the Steel BL is 14th. Looking at Matty at the moment and leading the race on lap 18 out of 33, so we are almost towards the end. Steel BL with another, well, he's now got a 10-second penalty, so he's got a 16-second penalty for corner cutting. That's a bit unfortunate. So Steel's night will go from bad from worse. Or was he disconnected? Or has he had an issue? Oh, it's a bit of a shame. Will that bring out a safety car? That'll be very... so he's actually... No, he's obviously been removed from the track, so he won't be making it to the end, unfortunately. But we've got this battle between Reshka and, of course, Posty at the moment, the AlphaTauris and the Alfa Romeo, obviously battling at the moment. It looks like to me things are going to make it for quite some time, but DXT now, Matty has now the fastest lap with a 1:30.5, so it is looking likely that we are going to probably get 13 finishes this evening. But DXT Matty at the moment eking out that advantage. He wants to take a win. It looks to me we have got a bit of a battle here between Ginger Tiger, Cody Lewis, Livermore and JSP. I believe Party Trev's also lurking in the background, slightly further back, but we do have Ginger Tiger under threat from Cody Lewis. That will be, if he's not careful, could be under threat from Livermore in that McLaren. So Cody Lewis there in 9th, followed by Livermore in 10th, but at the moment Ginger Tiger tried to escape from Cody Lewis, which he is doing, but it looks like Livermore will catch up to Cody Lewis as he did earlier on in the race. It looks like Posty still trying to catch up to Reshka, but it is looking likely we do have some spectacular and interesting racing already to go. We do have 14 laps to go though, so it is going to be close as you'd like. Coming into the latter part of this Grand Prix, but at the moment DXT Matty eking out that advantage even more from Pasmal Ducel. It looks to me though Posty looking at what he's going to do. He's trying to catch up to Reshka as JSP has a 3-second penalty, so I don't know whether that is for track limit or contact. Nitro Gash also with a 3-second time penalty, so a couple of guys do have time penalties. They've got to be careful because they don't want to get black flagged, but it is looking likely at the moment though Cody Lewis is going to be under threat on Livermore going into towards turn number 1. We do have 13 laps to go, so this could be close as you like. Will be close. So what is going to happen within the last couple of laps of the Grand Prix? The tyres must be, you know, it's quite interesting because you've got JSP and Trev that have done the most number of laps on their wet tyres. They pitted early, and obviously Ginger Tiger just in front of Cody Lewis. Also with his wet tyres 5 laps old, so it's going to be close for comfort, and it looks like it's close for comfort for 4th place at the moment, because you've got Posty still trying to chase down Reshka. As it stands though, I believe the constructor's title may go to AlphaTauri. I'll have to work it out, or one of the guys will help us out with it. So yes, it is obviously 12 laps to go. 12 laps to go in this race. It does look like the rain isn't going to let up anytime soon, so we do have some close battles. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. It looks to me Malc's lost it. He's got going, lost a bit of his front wing there, so that is going to be a shame for Malc. He will probably have to go into the pit lane to repair that. It looks to me though Cody Lewis is lining up Ginger Tiger for 8th place at the moment, so Cody Lewis in his only 2nd race meeting of the season trying to chase down Ginger Tiger in that racing point. It looks like, as I say though, conditions are still atrocious. Look at that rain. But we do have I believe Reshka's now under threat from the not Posty, I do apologise. We'll try and jump back to that battle between Cody Lewis and Ginger Tiger when we can, but we've got another battle between Posty and Reshka at the moment. This looks like Posty wants to try and get that 2nd place in the championship, but it is looking likely at the moment it may go the way of Reshka, Delanga going into the final round at Singapore. Pascal himself with the fastest lap now, so it looks like he's going to be on a massive charge, but Posty looking like, oh, he had the move done. It looked like we did have Reshka chased down by Posty for the time being, but is he struggling, or is it just the conditions? Just let us know in the comments, guys, who you think you will have in the top 3 of the podium. I'm interested to hear your thoughts, obviously, for the podium as well. So we do have come to 10 laps to go. It is looking likely at the moment though. Ginger Tiger though, at the moment, just looking at him and of course Cody Lewis and of course Livenwall. It could be 3 cars for potentially, well, it could be 3 cars because JSP is also there. Oh, Livenwall runs a bit wide and a bit deep, which has allowed JSP to catch him up. So he's lost the ground on Cody Lewis now, which is a bit unfortunate. But we do have JSP now trying to catch up to the Livenwall. But looking at now, Ginger Tiger is now escaping slowly but surely from Cody Lewis, but Pascal Dussel with the fastest lap on with a 1:30.1, so times are tumbling down with 10 laps to go. It is going to be as exciting finish to the Grand Prix as it was at the start. We do have Posty still trying to catch up to Reshka in the AlphaTauri. It is looking unlikely we may see an AlphaTauri try and literally take out 3rd and 4th at the moment, but is Posty going to be on a massive charge? We will see what will happen, but it is going to be close as you like. But what is happening? Have we got... Oh, Ginger Tiger gets crossed up. Oh, there's contact. There is contact between Cody Lewis and Ginger Tiger, which has allowed Livenwall up into 9th place. JSP though in 10th, and obviously he's kind of lucky there. Looks like Party Trevor has also benefited from that. We knew contact might have been inevitable, but Cody Lewis sadly now drops down to 12th place, missing quite a bit of his front wing now, so that's a bit unfortunate. We do have now Reshka under threat from Posty slowly but surely, the gap is coming down, but we have got 9 laps to go. It will be close as you like. It looks like to me like Cody Lewis will not be happy after making so much pressure on Ginger Tiger. Ginger Tiger also under threat from Livermore. There's a yellow flag between sector 1 and 2, but it's been pulled in. But at the moment, it looks like to me though, we do have Reshka under threat from Posty, and of course the Langer as well. It is looking close as you like. We've got second and third in the championship probably going to be in a battle very shortly. Cody Lewis has retired. Oh, that's a bit unfortunate from the session. His night's gone from bad to worse. Is that going to be a safety car? Who knows? But no, it's not, because it's been withdrawn, so we're okay. But it's a massive shame for Cody Lewis and obviously Red Bull. But at the moment, with 8 laps to coming up to 8 laps to go, it looks like Reshka is slowly getting reeled in by Posty at the moment. Posty in 5th at the moment, trying to push on towards the end. Maybe the wet tyres at the moment are helping him, but it is looking likely that we will probably see Posty try and get up to the back of Reshka any time. Hopefully there is not much contact as we saw between Cody Lewis and of course Ginger Tiger. Unfortunately that was inevitable. That we were kind of expecting there would be some interesting bit of battle there, but Livermore trying to chase down Ginger Tiger. I do apologise, couldn't get my words out then. And we do have JSP trying to chase down Livermore as well, so the Renault at the moment on course trying to chase down obviously Livermore for another championship point. Obviously Potty Trev in 11th, Malc in 12th at the moment. Sadly Malc's night's gone from a bit worse as he crashed out, crashed and then had to replace his front wing. But at the moment it is looking likely the Langer and of course Reshka are going to try and seal the constructors' point for AlphaTauri this time round. But Posty is on a massive charge with 7 laps to go, so 7 laps will be to go as Posty gets a bit crossed up going out of the final turn, or going into the final turn, I beg your pardon, but it will be close as you like, as Malc unfortunately has pulled off, but he's still there. So, it looks to me though that Posty is going to still try and reel in obviously Reshka for 4th place. At the moment we do have Ginger Tiger, Livermore and of course JSP still pushing on for quite a bit. Party Trev just lurking in the background if anything does happen, but it is looking likely Livermore is under threat. Ginger Tiger now with a 3-second time penalty, so that's going to hurt him. It is looking likely though that Livermore will try and push quite considerably up into a bit of a battle. We do have some interesting moments, but we do have a lot of close proximity. We do have looking likely Posty. Is he going to catch up to the AlphaTauri of Reshka before the end of the race, or is he going to be into the battle? We do have a bit of a battle, so we do have 6 laps to go in this Grand Prix. It looks like at the moment though Ginger Tiger, looking at the racing point, is trying to hold off and point that car in the right direction to try and get away from Livermore, but he's got to be careful, because if he has contact with Livermore it may allow JSP in front, but it is going to be close. We do have 6 laps to go in this amazing Grand Prix here at the Spanish Grand Prix at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. So if you like what you see here, guys, do give it a massive thumbs up and do subscribe to the channel. It will be a lot for Invictus, and yes, it will help guys like me do future commentary. So we do have obviously Posty still trying to chase down Reshka by the looks of it. Malc still, he's got a 6-second penalty now. He's obviously suffering quite a bit in that Ferrari. But what is happening is Posty now trying to still catch up to Reshka. Delanga obviously trying to get away. But obviously Posty looks like he's suffering quite a bit at the moment. But is that just because he's in that air, or is he, or is his tyres? His tyres are 9 laps old. It's looking likely we are going to have some enthralling battles with 5 laps to go. There is a yellow flag in sector 3. I believe that was Malc. Malc's having a bit of a nightmare evening this evening, which is not like him. He's looking like the Ginger Tiger is under now threat from Livermore in that McLaren. Going into that chicane there, it looks like at the moment from what I've seen, Livermore almost nerfing the back of the racing point there. But it looks like that Livermore will try and catch up. Obviously no DRS because it is raining, but it is looking likely that Livermore is going to try and make a move into turn 1. He thinks about it, tucks back in behind that racing point. That racing point was nearly pointed sideways, pardon the pun, but it looks like Livermore is trying to slowly but surely catch him up. But JSP is also there. JSP trying to chase down the McLaren of Livermore at the moment. It kind of looks like at the moment we do have some class racing for the remainder of this Spanish Grand Prix, but at the moment it looks to me though, from what I'm seeing on the map, is the 2 Alpha Tauris though, between Reshka and of course Delanga, are catching each other up. We have got 4 laps to go, people. 4 laps to go in this Grand Prix. It is going to be a thrilling end, I'll tell you what. I'll be ever pleased that, you know, these battles do rage on for the last 4 laps. It's been probably hard work for these drivers this evening. The conditions have not been ideal. You've got Pascal Dussel in second at the moment, but we are going to have a look at what is going on further back. Have we got Livermore trying to still gain up to Ginger Tiger? Party Trev now has got past JSP. We missed that because we're trying to see what was happening on with the 2 Alpha Tauris at the time, but looks like that Party Trev now has got past JSP for 10th place. So Racing Point are kind of in the point scoring positions. So yes, we do have Delanga and Reshka putting each other under considerable amount of pressure with 3 laps, almost 3 laps to go in this Grand Prix. It looks like we will have a spectacular end to this Grand Prix. We do have roughly 3 laps to go, so anything can happen. But I'll tell you this has been exciting this evening. We've got Ivan Belov in 6th, Nitro Gash 7th from my Ginger Tiger, still trying to hold off Livermore in that McLaren, still trying to push. It will be probably close as you like. You've got Ginger Tiger still, he's eking out that gap, but obviously it looks like with 3 laps to go anything can happen. But JSP in 11th, Malcolm Argyle sadly in 12th. Kind of suffering this evening. I think he's had a bit of a... Oh! What's happened to Livermore? Because we saw Livermore going slow out of that corner. He's now in 11th, so JSP up into 10th. And Party Trev in in ninth, so racing points are racing together. Looks to me that JSP will try and catch down Trevor at the moment, but we have got this battle still between Reshka and Delanga, trying to obviously push each other along the way. It is going to be enthralling with 2 laps to go anytime soon, but it is going to be close as you like. It looks like JSP and Party Trev and of course Livenwall are now going to be in proximity together, but is it going to be interesting to see? Oh, look at this, you've got JSP now chasing Party Trev for 9th place at the moment. Livenwall's trying to make amends from why he's slowed down. So 2 laps to go in this Grand Prix. We do have probably outstanding battles galore, but I'm going to see what is happening with the 2 AlphaTauris very shortly, but it is going to be close as you like. It is looking likely though Reshka will have will try and catch up to Delanga towards the end of the race if he can. It looks like the constructors may be AlphaTauris this time round, but it is close as you like. Livenwall unfortunately in 11th place, which hasn't been ideal, his ideal standard this evening. It looks to me though that JSP and Potty Trev are still there as well, so they've got that battle raging on. So we do have 1 lap to go in this Grand Prix as Matty leads the way. We don't want to jinx Matty, but he's done a stellar job this evening. It looks like at the moment though Ginger Tiger and Party Trev are going to have 8th and 9th, so unless anything happens. But it looks at the moment JSP looks like he's going to launch a momentum attack, and so is Livenwall by the looks of it. So Livenwall trying to nearly push that Renault out of the way there. Obviously the champion of this season in the McLaren, but obviously it's not his best results this evening. It looks like 2 AlphaTauris now are literally just battling away, trying to get that gap from Posty, but he's got this battle. Oh, what's happened to JSP? JSP's gone into pit lane. I thought he clipped a wall then. It was hard to tell exactly what happened, but JSP in pit lane, has he decided, just with the 2 laps with a lap to go after this, has he decided to swap tyres by the looks of it? Yes he has, but we've got Reshka trying to chase down Delanga for 2nd place at the moment, so the AlphaTauris are still battling, but we are about to head on to the final lap. Matty at the moment though, going through the final turn, about to start the final lap for Red Bull. Is he going to take victory? He obviously will, because Pascal Dussel is 5.7 seconds from him, but Delanga at the moment, is he gonna hold off Reshka for 3rd place? Posty trying to push ever so well in that Alfa Romeo. It looks like Ginger Tiger and Party Trev, but Livenwall's getting up to Party Trev at the moment. It could be very close, this battle between Party Trev and Livenwall for the last 2 points of the championship. But it looks like Livenwall this evening has had a bit of, I'm not going to say disaster, but it looks like he's had a bit of a interesting race, I'll tell you that for next to nothing. But it has been enthralling, it has been exciting, and it has been very amazing stuff. To go JSP in 11th, yellow flag into sector 1, but it's now been withdrawn. But JSP there suffering quite a bit now, but looking likely that Delanga is running. Oh, Ivan Belov. What has happened to Ivan Belov? Has he run out of fuel? Is it going to be a safety car? Does it have a yellow flag? It looks like... Oh, this is going to be very... Oh, yellow flag in sector 2, so Delanga and of course Reshka aren't going to be able to, but Matty has already crossed the line to take a well-deserved victory, followed by Pasmal Ducel. It looks like Delanga will take third place as he crosses the line. Reshka comes home in fourth, Posty in fifth, Nitro Gash in sixth at the moment, but that's going to be close as you like looking at the field, but he's going to be obviously looking likely he's going to obviously with his teammate Malc, that is obviously a couple of laps down, but Malc will finish in 12th after Ivan Belov's, I believe he ran out of fuel, I'm not too sure, but Nitro Gash will take 6th place from Ginger Tiger, and of course Ginger Tiger actually ends up in 9th with them penalties, so Party Trev will come home 7th, Livenwall in 8th, followed by Ginger Tiger and JSP coming through the final two turns now in 10th place it looks like, but it is going to be, oh, he spins it across the line anyway, but probably a bit of a nightmare race for him, to be honest. So Nitro Gash actually gets driver of the day. But yes guys, it has been a spectacular race, but I will talk you guys through the final results. So DXT Matty jumps onto the podium first place, and he is joined by none other than Delanga and of course Pasmal Ducel, who actually excelled in that race. It looks like that, you know, the constructors will go to AlphaTauri, and it will be close as you like going into the final round next week on the streets of Singapore, and it will be very close as we get. But going through just the final results, we do have DXT Matty, followed by Pasmal Ducel, followed by Delanga, followed by Reshka. Posty finished in 5th place, so he finishes where he started, and then Nitro Gash in 6th place, Party Trev in 7th, followed by Livenwall, and of course Ginger Tiger with that 3-second penalty. That was a bit unfortunate. JSP 10th, Ivan Belov a lap down, but he still finished in 11th. Malcolm Argyle sadly was 6 seconds, finished 12th, and then we lost Cody Lewis Steelbiel in the race. But guys, it has been a spectacular race, and I'll tell you what, I am looking forward to seeing what happens at the final round on the streets of Singapore. I hope I have my trusty sidekick Wojciech alongside me next week, because we will be in for a cracker. And I'll tell you what guys, it is going to be close. So if you don't mind guys, it has been the Invictus Racing League with the one and only Hoppers in the commentary box this evening. Please do smash that thumbs up button and do subscribe, and please do give it some amazing credit. So thank you very much guys for top notch racing this evening. I cannot wait to see what happens in Singapore. So until then guys, take care and stay safe, and have a good rest of the week, and hopefully we do get some amazing action come Singapore. So thank you very much guys. Unfortunately there will be no driver interviews this evening due to being on my own. I know we prefer it when there's two of us, so you know, but never mind. I will see you guys next week on the streets of Singapore, and maybe I will see you some other time during the week for some interesting spectacles, and hopefully we should have some amazing end to the season. So I've been Hoppers, and this has been the Invictus League F3 lobby. It will be spectacular to see exactly what the guys will do on the streets of Singapore. So until next week guys, ta-ra.